My name is Alex Granger, and I have a story that might make you reconsider your fascination with ancient history. It started innocently enough. As an archaeologist, I'd spent years digging up the remnants of past civilizations, piecing together their stories, and marveling at their accomplishments. But nothing could have prepared me for what I encountered in the Valley of the Kings. Our team had just unearthed a new tomb, one unlike any we'd seen before. The hieroglyphs were unfamiliar, almost sinister in their design. They spoke of a forgotten pharaoh, one whose reign was so feared that his name had been erased from most records. Pharaoh Aken. Legend said he dabbled in dark magic, extending his life far beyond natural limits until his people revolted, entombing him alive with his secrets. As we breached the inner chamber, the air grew cold, and a palpable sense of dread hung over us. My colleague, Dr. Eliza Harding, was the first to approach the sarcophagus. She brushed the dust away, revealing the face of a man who seemed almost alive, his features unnervingly well preserved. "Alex, look at this," she whispered, her voice trembling. "It's as if he's just sleeping." I leaned in, feeling the pull of the mummy's eyes, which seemed to follow me despite their closed lids. "It's remarkable," I said, though unease gnawed at the edge of my excitement. "We should document everything before proceeding." Ignoring my own advice, I reached out to touch the mummy's chest, where a strange amulet lay. The moment my fingers brushed its surface, a jolt of electricity surged through me. I recoiled, my vision blurring, and the room around me spun. "Alex, are you all right?" Eliza's voice seemed distant, distorted. "I am fine," I managed to stammer, though I wasn't sure I believed it. That night, I dreamt of the tomb. In my dreams, the hieroglyphs moved, shifting to form new patterns, new warnings. I saw Pharaoh Aken, his eyes open and glowing with an unnatural light, reaching out to me, whispering words I couldn't understand, but felt in my soul. The next day, Eliza was gone. We found her camera, but the last few photos were nothing but blurred images and dark shadows. Her tent was in disarray, as if she'd left in a hurry. Panic set in among the team, but I knew it was no use. She was gone, swallowed by the curse we'd unleashed. I tried to convince the others to leave, but curiosity outweighed fear. We pressed on, deeper into the tomb, uncovering more relics, more signs of the pharaoh's malevolent power. Each night, my dreams grew darker, filled with chants and visions of rituals long forgotten. One evening, as we gathered around the campfire, a sudden gust of wind extinguished the flames. The temperature plummeted, and the desert, usually so alive with nocturnal creatures, fell eerily silent. We huddled together, trying to relight the fire, when a voice, deep and resonant, echoed from the darkness. "Why have you disturbed my slumber?" The voice came from nowhere and everywhere. I turned, and there, illuminated by the pale moonlight, stood the mummy of Pharaoh Aken. His eyes glowed with a terrifying intensity, and his presence radiated a cold malice. "We must leave," I whispered, my voice barely audible over the pounding of my heart, but it was too late. One by one, my colleagues fell to their knees, their eyes glazing over as they stared at the pharaoh. He raised a hand, and I felt an invisible force grip my throat, lifting me off the ground. I struggled, gasping for air, my vision darkening. As I slipped into unconsciousness, I heard his voice inside my head. You will be my vessel, Alex Granger. Through you, I shall live again. When I woke, I was alone in the desert. The camp was gone, the tomb sealed, and my colleagues were nowhere to be found. But I wasn't the same. I could feel him inside me, whispering, waiting. Now, as I write this, I can feel him taking control. My thoughts are no longer my own, my actions driven by a will not mine. If you find this, know that I tried to warn you. The Pharaoh lives, and he hungers for more than just vengeance. He seeks a kingdom, and through me, he shall have it.